Welcome to the just-in-time learning for the fifth 6 weeks. This 6 weeks, I really focused on using RAS Plus Reading A to Z, the online that we have purchased for you. I know that you've had a lot of training lately, but here's some great tips of how I used it to create the curriculum preview. One of the first things I did, like for second grade, Figure 19A is your lead standard. So what I did is I came up here. I can either click here or click Teacher Corner, and then I can click by the U.S. state standards, click on Texas, see how it populates here. Then in my filters, I'm going to go there, click on TEKS. So I did second grade RAS plus Texas TEKS, and then click Go. Then it populates all of the standards for second grade. It takes just a few minutes, very quickly. So if you want to do the Figure 19, they're all the way at the bottom. So you can see that they've got lots of great things. So one of our lead standard in second grade is Figure 19A, Establishing Purpose for Reading, and we're wanting them to see text features and great things like that. So I click on that and I wait for it. Okay, then it populates all the things that it brings up about what they have. So right here you need to see that we have 412 different resources that they feel like will help with this particular strategy. So if Figure 19, we want them expecting to use text features or literary elements before or during reading to stay engaged, generating questions, anticipating the kind of information the text will reveal. So any of those. So let's take a look at, let's start out with A Nation on Wheels. Let's just pick one. This is level P. So when it formulates, you'll see that here's the book. Then it takes it a few minutes to populate everything on the particular thing. This particular one is a guided reading book, but you could use this for this particular skill. You could actually project this book, like so. I would click on this, open it up. So then I could look at the book and we could actually read the book together. We could talk about what kind of information that we're going to see because of what are we going to read about from the table of contents. What kind of questions do you think we're going to have about what do you think the early days is going to be about by looking at the pictures. What do you think we're going to learn about with each of the headings? It's just got some great resources, so you could do like that with that one. So you can use that different ways with that. Another thing is that they have comprehension reading, the guided reading lesson books, the lesson guides. Somehow a lot of times you can see how you would use those maybe to really even do a mini lesson with them or to use them in your guided reading group. So it's a great way to do that. So doing it by the standard is great, but then also let's take a look also at one that I did for you was actually 2.3a. So let's go do that. Let's show you how I got there. So I'll go back to my standards. Okay, so I'll just click back up there. And so what I want to do though is I want to go back to all of them. And I'll hit 2.3a. So I'm going to go look for 2.3a. So use ideas, illustration, titles, and foreshadowing to make and confirm predictions. So we click on the link below it. And then we see that we have a lot of different some great things about this is beginning reading strategies about having students take a new book and make predictions before they read. So you could use any of these. This is one of them that I did. It's like we could actually use the projectable, and as it comes up I'll show you what I mean by projectable. Right here, when you can use a book like this, I'll show you the shared reading plan. When you click on the projectable, it brings up the book and kind of like a whiteboard type thing, and you can use it to do all kinds of things and read the book and make all kinds of predictions, and it's just some great stuff with it. It's just really amazing how you can use that. Here's projectable with prompts. where it actually gives you some things, and it actually gives you the prompts to do with the kids as well. So that's some great things focusing on that skill. But the other great thing is that with this book, you have a 5-day reading lesson that goes with it. So, not that you're going to use all this, but you could look at what are some of the things that it's asking about. You're making predictions, you know, uh, all those great things. So it has day by day what you could do with the actually things. And then inside of the, um, um, you've got lessons, and it shows you how to use the highlighting tool to do that. And then it has some shared writing that goes with it. And then I love this comprehension check because it's like main idea and details. It's telling you what to do. So it's just some great things. Another thing that I did with this is like I can also type in shared reading and click on this. So I'll click on the shared reading. And then I can go by grade levels about, so on this one, grades 2 through 3. Let's click on that. So it shows you all the different ones that are here for you to do shared reading with. So let's look at, let's see, another standard that you are working on this 6 weeks. Let's take a look. Okay, well, let's see. Literary fiction. They're expected to drive similarities in the plot, or let's choose another one. So let's take a look at the comprehension of, they are expected to use text features. So let's take a look and see if Saving the Sea Otter has some text features in it. So you just kind of have to play around. And see in the corner it has shared reading, but you could use them. So once again, you have the projectable book. So on this particular one, in their lesson plans, they're doing cause and effect, main ideas, making predictions, and text to self, and then analyzing photographs. So when you open up this lesson plan, it's going to show you some great things. Another thing that I like about it is that they have printable cards. That can help you with vocabulary, so it goes right along with it. Some really great looking things that you can do. But then you also could use this book, you could print the book, and the students could use that in independent reading time if this is on their level. So that's a great way. Another thing I want to show you is the comprehension tool packets. Let's say comprehension packets. Well, let's take a look. Comprehension. Let's look at comprehension and see what we get. Maybe if I type it right, that would help. Comprehension passages. Sorry, or skill packs. Apologize for that. Click on that. Here's some great things right here too. Is like you click here, comprehension skill packs, and then you click on 2nd grade, and then it gives you passages that you could model it with a mini lesson, and then the kids would practice it as well. Just lots of great ideas. There's paired books in here. Comprehension, you can actually have paired books. There's just lots of different things that this, here is got grade 2. Here is how they pair fiction for you to do different books that maybe a fiction and a non-fiction. And the great thing is they come in English and in Spanish. So this is a great tool. That's not everything, but it just has some really great things. One last thing is it does have some close reading. So here's your close reading packs. You click on it. And then in grade 2, here you have informational text packs, and here's literary. So let's do how to make a celebration grade. Let's see what that is. So I click on that link. So here it shows you that you have student response sheet, you have a projectable that we can project this up, have teaching tips, grade 2 4, this is where you could actually have discussion leaders, and then here is the close reading packs that are good. So you have printables, projectables, and like reading it. So amazing resources. So I hope that you will use this great resource. Call me if you need help with it or ask